Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Perry 10K Share-a-thon today. It is Tuesday, and today we are talking about every book. Everyone should read this book, and it's a great topic. And Una was just talking about the soul of money, I believe. So today I'm talking about Be Happy No Matter What, and I thought this would be a good book today because there's been a lot of conversation in the groups lately about mindset and struggling with success or struggling with overcoming obstacles that keep us from success. And actually, Ellen is a very good friend of mine. She's a social worker, hypnotherapist, and we met each other a few years ago. And at first, when I met her, we were just acquaintances. And then now, over the years, we've become great friends. And I've never been kind of into I won't call it woo-woo kind of thinking, but Ellen is a great person who can help you get to the bottom of whatever's troubling you in a very quick way. And so I thought I would share her book today because it is a fantastic way to work through issues. And so through her book, I'm going to go through 5 of the steps, but I may not go through all of them today. But she starts out with part 1 about how to relax, and when you're going through the book and how to relax. And you won't get through this book in one setting, and it may take time to sit back and go through each part and then come back to it later when you've gotten through different sections and are able to move on and feel like you're able to move on. Hi Fiona, thanks for joining me today. And oh yes, if you would share this out, that would be great. Thank you. And so the step 1 is centering yourself. Step 2 is appreciating self and your life as a work of art, because we're all a work of art. And then hearing your inner wisdom. That's going to be something special to talk about, because in one of our groups the other day, people were talking about your wisdom. If you listen to yourself, or are you being judgmental, or should you listen to what your instincts are? And then honoring yourself and caring for yourself. So finding your center. What Ellen talks about there is, well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to step back for a second. She talks about we find our center, and then our fine arts, appreciating our life as it is. And then, like I said, listening to our inner voice, and whether or not we want to follow it or not, that's up to us. And then self-care. It meets our emotional needs at the time, how we are taking care of ourselves. Where is our emotional needs at that time, and how are we taking care of ourselves? So what happens is Ellen starts off by taking us through a personal tour of our experiences, our beliefs, thoughts, and attitudes. And when you do the work, what it does is it opens a path to our inner freedom. And that's what this is all about, opening it up to our inner freedom and what it is we expect and want for our lives. So when she starts off with part 1 of relaxing, she teaches us how to just go to a special place, and before each session, she wants us to allow ourselves to feel free and just relax. And she teaches us how to just do it from top to bottom and just get into a relaxation state, which is really important when you're trying to do this type of work, because if we can't clear our mind and clear and just breathe and relax, we're not going to be able to get rid of all the junk and allow ourselves to take things in order to change our mindset or change things that are going on inside of us. Yes, it is a fab community. Share-a-thon or Perry 10K is a great community. And so anyway, I'm going to start talking about centering ourselves. So what Ellen talks about in centering ourselves is that we are the star of our life, and we take responsibility. We should take responsibility for our feelings. And what happens is our life revolves around us, and only us, ourselves. We can only be responsible for our feelings and how we feel. And we have to take credit for that. And when we don't take credit for our feelings, then what we're doing is we're allowing other people to take credit for them, and then we are giving them power over us. And I'm very guilty of this. I allow people to take power over me, because I allow people a lot of times to take power over my feelings, and I've been working on that a lot. And so what we need to do is be the star of our life and look around and say, I am taking credit for my feelings and how I feel, and no one is going to do that. And so Ellen walks us through different exercises on how we can say and say, we are the star of our life. No one is going to allow me to not take credit for my feelings. And if I'm down, or if someone's hurt my feelings, then I'm going to take credit for that and find a way to work around that so that I can own that and I can take charge of that and work around that and make sure that I'm taking charge of that and working out a way to work around that so I can be happy no matter what. The book's all about working through this type of stuff so that we can be happy no matter what. Ellen has been through breast cancer, she's been through divorce, she's had a lot of different challenges, and she is really a happy person. And she wrote this book so that she can take people through these steps to become happy no matter what, because it is all about our outlook and how we see things. Secondly, appreciating ourselves and our life as a work of art. We're always evolving. Every day, every minute, we're always evolving. So we need to open ourselves up as seeing the good things. I'm not sure. Una, I know you're in London. Fiona, I think you're in London. I'm not sure. But anywhere in the U.S., this thing about guns right now and the tragedy we had in Florida the other day, a lot of things on the news are so tragic anymore. I hardly listen to the news, I'll be honest with you, but I don't listen to the news much anymore because it's so tragic. But that is what is built into our brains, is the tragedies and the bad things. And what happens is, if we open ourselves up to seeing the good things, like when I go out to walk in the morning, oh boy, I've only got 2 minutes left, I gotta hurry. When I go out and walk in the morning, I look at the sun and I thank God for the sun. I thank God that I have 2 legs to walk on. I thank God that I have my sight. I thank God for my family, my house, whatever it is. Be grateful, because you can be happy no matter what. But what Ellen does is walk you through these steps. And step number 3 is hearing your inner wisdom, and that's what I want to talk about real quick. The other day, we had one of our members, I think it was Juliet, was talking about, it was Beth Griffith, I think. We were talking about whether or not we should listen to our inner wisdom, or if that's being judgmental. If we should listen to our inner wisdom or about taking on a project, or thinking about talking to someone or trusting them, or if that's being judgmental. And in my comment to them, I said, you know what? I have been, I don't like to say screwed, but I've been taken by some people a lot. And so I really just do my inner wisdom now. And that's what Ellen talks about in her book. And boy, I wish I had more time. But her 4th step is honoring yourself, and taking step number 5 is caring for yourself. And so if you'd like, it's called Be Happy No Matter What, 5 Steps to Inner Freedom from Ellen Seigel. And thanks for joining me today, and have a great day, and take care. Bye.